pre-mesh parameters, and third option is the pre-mesh parameters, and here we will set the boundary layer also. So first of all, 20 nodes will be, I think, sufficient for the first run, and then depending on your results, you can refine the mesh or you can coarsen the mesh. And the arrow direction is from this edge, this point towards this point, this vertex. So we will choose the geometric one, and this will make the meshing more meshing towards this side, which is the wall here. And make sure that you select the copy parameters to all parallel edges, and ratio I would use is a 1.2 and apply. And now right click on the pre-mesh and check the pre-mesh here. Okay, this looks good. So, but the boundary is not resolved properly. It's a uniform mesh, so I will put the 1 0 extra in the spacing 1, and I will put the 0 spacing for the spacing 2, and apply. And again recheck the pre-mesh. So right click on the pre-mesh and recompute. Okay, so I would go with 1 extra 0, and maximum space I would put as maybe a 2, and again apply and recompute. Okay, so I would go with one more 0 here, and I want to inspect that the size is now changed or not. Yes, size is now changed here. Now right click on the pre-mesh and recompute, and we should get the meshing up to here, right? Okay, one more thing is that I can see that this region is very small here, and in the ICM CFD we have the flexibility of working with the blocking, and we can manipulate the blocking very easily. But in other softwares like ANSYS meshing, where you have to work on the geometry, so modifying geometry is not that much easy, because you have to create the plans, you have to create the curves, sketches, and from there you will decompose geometry. But in the ICM CFD, this decomposition is very simple. So here we have the option to rescale the OGIT. So I will make the size of this line, let's say, as 80%, and apply. Okay, I would apply another operation here. So again 80% of this size, and if I hide the edges, so I can see this now looks better here, and the sizing is uniformly changing from the wall towards the inner surface. So on the inner side we need the uniform meshing because the flow will be uniform here, but on the towards the boundary layer we need the finer mesh because we have the more gradient towards the wall. And on these bands we need the more refined mesh, so you can work with the pre-mesh parameters, you can have the more refined mesh here. And now simply right click on the pre-mesh and convert to unstable mesh here, and then set the boundary conditions, solver, and output the mesh. So we have the solver here, which is generic, so change it to the fluent. Okay, I think we have ANSYS Fluent here. Apply and set boundary conditions. For inlet, I will be using for the CFD analysis. When I run this in the other course, I would use the velocity inlet. And for outlet, this is the common boundary condition, which is the pressure outlet is in the most of cases. And for the wall, we need the wall condition, unless we are going for the slip condition. So even the wall can be made as a slip condition inside the fluent. So these are set here, these are 3 boundary conditions. So I would suggest that you should make the less mesh nodes on these sides, especially this inlet pipe, and we should put the more nodes, more mesh sizing on these edges, because we have the band here, so we expect there would be the higher gradients. And just after the band we will have some separation, and so in this vicinity, which is the close vicinity of this band, also put the more mesh here, so that we can resolve that reverse flow or the separation more precisely. And now simply then export the mesh. So save project first. And after that, this will ask you for install your mesh file, which is by default over here. And then simply put the name, or just put the name as a default name, which is the Fluent. So mesh file will be the fluent.msh. So if I save this file in the working directory, so you will get same file also as the downloadable material here. So we have this folder, so I would be putting this inside the output, and so this is going to be the workshop 69 degrees band. So this will, the file you will getting is this file. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you have learned about the ICM CFD in this course. And in the next part, we will go through the other cases which are having the more complexity. And I hope that in the coming next 3 to 4 parts, you will be expert here, and you can deal with any geometry.